hang that on my front door. Guys.
Oh, there's one. I know that one. How you doing?
I think that's kind of cynical. You know?
Well, I can't really see a system working the way you did.
I think historically it's true that even people that seem like they would be
We've heard a lot about the We Object group, the people who have signed the letter that said we object to President Bush coming down here and speaking at commencement. Are you a part of that group?
Yeah, I am.
And just tell me a little bit about what your ideas were behind your objection and what exactly it is you're objecting to today.
Well, I'm actually just objecting to the Bush's policies. I'm not per se objecting to his presence on campus. I think that it was a poor decision to bring him for commencement. I think it's wonderful to have him here on campus to speak. He's the leader of the free world. Obviously, his opinion matters more than most of ours do. I think it's an extraordinary opportunity to have students hear him. It would be better if he came during the academic year.
So why do you think there's a difference between commencement as opposed to
well, because
during
commencement, if you've read any of the attacks against the faculty petition, most of the attacks against the faculty have suggested that we're not honoring the students, that commencement is supposed to be about the students.
Right.
The one thing that has taken this away from the students more than anything else is the presence of the president here today. It's disrupted the ceremony. The additional levels of security will impact this event much more than one letter written a month ago that appeared in a newspaper and appeared on the website.
So how would you feel if, say, this was not President Bush, but somebody who had an 80% approval rating? Do you think it would
be the same thing?
You would object to any president coming and speaking at commencement here?
Yeah, I would. It's the recent historical precedents that we have is that we've only had students speak at commencement. I think it's probably for the past 5 or 6 years. And the notion that this is not a political event. You know, that's the other thing. Oh, the president's just coming to wish the graduates well. Well, he's the president of the United States. Of course it's a political event. Why did he, as soon as you ask why did he choose to come here, you appreciate his decision had
So you're not, I'm assuming you're not going to be attending the commencement service, is that correct?
No, I am attending commencement because as a faculty member, I have seniors that are graduating. I want to celebrate this day with them. I want to honor their accomplishments. Unfortunately, I've been placed in a position where I also have to provide a backdrop for a, political event for a candidate I don't support. So that was another reason why I felt the letter was very important, because it allowed me to parse my political opposition to this candidate and towards making this event a political event with my support for the students.
How do you feel about the professors who have taken a conscientious objector status and are not going to be going to the commencement?
I commend their right to make that personal decision. There are faculty that will stand at commencement. I don't plan on doing that. Everyone has the responsibility to act as their own moral compass suggests, and I'll do what I'm comfortable with, and I won't accept a personal challenge to that, and I won't challenge somebody else's right to act in a civil and responsible way.
Good enough. How do you feel about this being on the day of commencement for graduation? That's been getting a lot of publicity, that people are saying it shouldn't be taking place on a day when they're trying to celebrate graduation. What do you think about that?
Well, I think the students are happy that they're graduating, and it's just unfortunate that someone is coming where there are objections about his policies. Too bad it came out on the same day.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand why Furman would choose. I mean, if you have an opportunity to have any president come to your university, you can't really say no. So I can understand why they would want him to be here. I mean, he's a world leader. And the fact that we're here on the same day is, well, got to make our point too. So, you know, I think that both can coexist peacefully.
Seems like a lot of people have been talking back and forth kind of above the students, and the students seem to be the ones getting left out of this. What do you feel about that?
Well, that's true. We didn't really have much say in what was going on. We were pretty much just told that Bush was coming, and there was some controversy between students signing protests with the professors, but overall, I think it's kind of ridiculous, honestly. I think they're kind of taking away from the seniors' graduation and the professors that are protesting, they're making it more about them and their politics, and that's just my view on that.
No More Victims stands for all the victims, not just the Iraqis. I did it in red, white, and blue because to me, there are many victims in America that we are totally forgetting. The people with no insurance, the children that are not getting educated properly, old people that don't have enough to eat. We have so many situations in America that we need to remember that there's victims here too.
How do you feel about the statements that people are making that this is the wrong place for a protest the day of graduation here on a campus like Furman?
The problem was that by them allowing him to come, they politicized it. We didn't. We just had a chance to get at the president, and he's here in our town. And this town needed to know that there are people that don't agree with him. This is a very Republican town. It's a very typical Southern town. And a lot of us don't believe in what he believes in.
So a lot of the protest has been here in Greenville, and specifically focused here in Greenville, of people for and against the President Bush coming to speak here at the commencement at Furman, but I ran into a couple here who came all the way from Iowa. Tell me why you're here.
We're here on vacation, and we had intended to come to Greenville, and inasmuch as George Bush was making a special visit to Greenville on this day, we thought our visit to Greenville should be on this day.
Very good. So what exactly are your opinions, about President Bush being here for the commencement?
I think it's wonderful that he's, willing to come out and be among general folks when his approval rating is 24%, maybe. I mean, I think he's a brave man to come out knowing that 75% of the country thinks he's doing a horrible job.